YouTube family. Just getting our space clear here. Then I thought I would tap in. I want to do a midweek energy check-in for us. I did just record a message for subscribers only for the Patreon community. So yeah, if something sings to you here, something resonates. I got a hair bugging me. Something sings to you here, something resonates for you, something part of the message here you feel like it is for you, and you would like to hear a longer message, further message, deeper messages from me, more frequent messages, you can join the Patreon community. Link for that will be in the pinned comments below, as well as the description box. And know that when you join, you get access to my most recent message as well as all of my previous content. Sometimes those longer messages, like this morning's message was about 40 minutes, those longer messages take a little longer to upload. So like if you join today, if you're catching the live message here, you join today and you don't see the latest message available yet, just give it some time. In the next 12 to 24 hours, it should be there. I just saw 111 here. So let's just tap in and see what we can know on that. If you're tuning in, whether you're watching live here or catching the replay, if you are hoping to receive a message that will make sense for you, fit for your own life scenario, situation, ways to contribute your energy, you can like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below. You could share the video. There are many ways to contribute your energy, to give energetic consent, to contribute to the wave here, if you will. Also know that by subscribing to the channel, you'll be notified, like with new posts. When I go live again, you'll be notified, so you don't miss any new updates. So if that speaks to you, you can do that as well. Let's just tap in here and see what we can know. We've got the Star and the Devil here, which is opposite energies. The Stars, after we heal that Devil energy, those toxic ways of being, behaviors, ways of excess, ways of believing, ways of operating. I just saw 222 here. The Star comes once we have achieved balance and, you know, healed. Hope and restoration is what the Star signifies, and this is after we have healed that split, that divide within ourselves, that angst, you know, those distorted, wounded, toxic ways of being. They weren't wrong. They were ways to cope, right? Ways to survive. We just, you know, we know better, do better. So we operate from one level of awareness, perception, way of being until we know better, until we learn something, until we, you know, gain some wisdom, go through a lesson or an experience that allows us to see more clearly. And that's how we step out of those, you know, repeating loops and cycles. Ways of self-sabotage. It can mean many things, right? For, you know, because this is a big collective I'm tapping into, so take it how it speaks to you, how it sings for you. Learning to implement boundaries with ourselves and others is another way that we can come out of this toxic energy. It can be over-consuming, right? It can be, yes, addictions. Addictions come in all forms, right? Substances, shopping, addicted to our devices, you know, there's gambling. Some people are just addicted to working. Some people have, you know, an array. For myself, it was, you know, almost any and all addictions you can think of. It was a way for me to avoid myself, to run from myself. So anything that allowed me to not have to sit with myself or what I was experiencing. Of course, you know, any of you that are in recovery know that, you know, we have our drug of choice, but we're reaching for the thing no matter what we are reaching for externally. It's to fill a void within ourselves. It's a temporary band-aid, but after we have healed the things, right, the Star energy comes this King of Pentacles. We're able to implement those boundaries. We're able to say enough is enough, yet no, with ourself and other, both as within, so without. So the things we learn how to control our own toxic behaviors, which allows us to implement boundaries with others' toxic behaviors, right? When we're caught up in those toxic cycles, we don't necessarily the toxic cycles on the outside don't affect us, right? Because we're familiar with pain, or we believe pain is the natural order of things, or we are numbing ourselves in order to not feel that pain. There's a plethora of ways to look at that. But all of it will lead us back to ourself and our center. Because, yeah, we are the magician here. Alchemy, right? Like this was coming through in Patreon. Energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be transferred. It can be transformed. It can be transmuted. And once we transform this toxic energy, this distorted, this wounded energy by being, willing to look at those wounded aspects, when we stop running from them, this allows us to alchemize those. And then we can build from this space, right? Our shadow, quote unquote, shadow behaviors, shadow not bad, just shadow meaning hidden. We alchemize those, which allows us to return to inner balance within, temperance here. And then it becomes our golden shadow we can share on how we overcame the things. And your story will be the thing that helps another, inspires another. Good spirit animal message for us. And if you are interested in a personal reading, wanting some personal guidance, wanting to work with me one-on-one, either routinely or for like just a one and done activation session, hello, welcome. Drop a comment and let me know. I'll be in touch. If you're just tuning in, you could say hello. You could let us know where you're tuning in from. You could share with us how you're feeling in these energies. Maybe you have a personal experience, maybe part of this message is sparking something within you, reminding you of something that you feel called to share. I do love this group chat community feature here. Time for a beginner's mind. Yeah, fresh start, right? Like we've healed the things, we come to this new awareness, then we're on higher ground. And this came through in Patreon often on releasing the past. We can be born again in each moment, and we do so by letting go of the past. At the highest level, there is no past, there is no future. All there is the eternal now. Trust in the magic, and there's 6 there, balance, spiritual union, inner union, that temperance. That's what that reminds me of. Let's try to decide what deck to use here. Let's get a message from our inner child deck. Then we'll get us an affirmation. If you would like access to the Inside Out Living Guide that I created, that's an option as well. Just let me know, drop a comment, and I will send you the info moving forward. I will send you the info for how we can move forward. And if you would like to start your wellness journey, and like I said, the link for the Patreon community will be in the pinned comments, the description box. You can find that link for the Patreon community pretty much all over on all my messages here. Accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Yes, absolutely. Accepting what is also what allows us to return to the eternal now here, right? To let the past go, to be reborn again to this now moment, to see things with fresh eyes from this beginner's mindset here. Let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. This is how we travel lightly, move forward lightly. This is how we pull ourselves close to get, real intimate with our internal world. When we release the past and we release the future, we are, pulled into this eternal now moment, like I said, and we're reminded of who we truly are, and that we have everything we need right here, right now. And what's one affirmation I can leave? Dropping that urgency. I just saw 9/11 here. So, this came through in Patreon as well. We dove deeper into how to decipher between impulse and intuition. So if that sings to you. But knowing that our intuition never comes forward as a feeling of urgency. If it feels like urgency, you can trust that it's from your ego. It's an impulse. My body is a manifestation of my energetic state. Yeah. What we present to the outside is an indication of how well we take care of ourselves. our inner world, the things we consume, the things we tell ourselves, right? The things we eat physically, yes, but also all of the things we allow into our auric field, our energetic field by way of consent. And we're learning to implement those boundaries so we can protect our energy, right? So we can create the new, so we aren't taking on this distorted energy. So yes, with that, I'm sending so much love and wishing you all a beautiful day. Please reach out if you are needing something, and I will see you all soon. Until next time.